Hello, everybody. We're glad to welcome you to the African Beat.
and Caribbean Heat podcast.
My name is Obad Dollars, aka Dollar Man, and I'm delighted to have you.
Yes, welcome back. I'm Queen Teah. How you been doing?
Good. It's a rainy day. There's a storm. The
Yeah.
lights flickering around.
It's flickering, yes.
Hopefully, it will let us do what we gotta do
Yes.
for this podcast today.
Yes, hopefully Mother Nature will stay on our side tonight.
Yeah.
So how's your day been?
It was good. Busy day.
Yeah.
My day off, so I had to do laundry,
Yeah,
get some groceries.
all the
and,
things to get ready, right?
Yeah, because once I get ready for work, I ain't got time to do no laundry, no cooking, nothing.
I hear you.
So it's
I hear you.
it's like a process, like
Mhm.
being in the military. The days
It's like
of
a-
hustling,
Okay,
hustle all the way.
all the way.
Days you off, you clean, make sure your house is nice.
You
everything's
adult.
clean. Yeah.
You would do adult
In the
things.
country, they say adulthood is a scam.
Adult, I believe it. Adulthood is truly a scam.
Yeah.
Had they told me when I was younger, this is what I had to look forward to as an
Yeah.
adult, I would have opted to stay
Yes.
a child.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah,
How was
yeah.
your day?
My day was good. I worked today, so worked on a couple projects, so that was fun. Yeah, it was a chill Monday.
It's good.
Nothing out of the ordinary. So
It's raining.
yeah, this rain,
Yes.
it's
good.
all good.
Yeah.
Well, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about situationship, meaning in the society we live nowadays, you have so many women and men dating and having friends with benefit. Meaning you have a girl and you and her talking,
Okay.
and the relationship is all about the benefit of sex, right? Where
Okay.
women nowadays they leave their options open, where
Okay.
they have a guy they have sex with,
Interesting.
while they date other guys to see if they can vet the guy and take their time to date the guy without giving the guy the cookies,
Interesting.
while she's already getting the cookies from somebody that's lucky.
Okay, so you you introduced the topic and then you already went into your feelings about it. That's funny. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about situationships today. So hopefully you guys are familiar with that term. That's been a term that's been in use for I feel like the last 2-3 years. But it's also like a friends with benefits kind of situation is what you may have heard it be referred to before. But I did a little bit of looking up on the internet because the internet is our Bible.
Especially Google.
Google, especially Google, Dr. Google, right? So what I found here about situationships, it says it's less than a relationship, but more than a casual encounter or a booty call.
Booty call.
Yes, a situationship refers to a romantic relationship that is and remains undefined.
Yeah.
So it's basically like no strings attached.
First thing you attached, and you do what you gotta do.
Oh, goodness. So a situationship is that space between a committed relationship and something that is more than a friendship. Explains the psychotherapist and author Jonathan Alpert. So we're going to talk about situationships and why some people may find themselves in a situationship. So what are your thoughts?
Situation. I think that's the trending status nowadays.
Why is that?
Because you have so many people say they're single. You see a girl, I'm single.
Uh-huh.
You see a guy, I'm single.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's single. Like you
Okay.
have almost
Okay.
90% of the population single, right?
Okay.
And it's funny when they say I'm single, right? I smile. Then I ask them, okay, you single, but you have a guy by the side that's servicing your engine, and then she would smile and laugh and
Oh my God.
and ask me what kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, but that question lets you know I know the game.
It's
because-
pretty intrusive, if you ask me.
Yeah, because I feel like if you have somebody servicing your engine, right? I feel like I might be the guinea pig, right? Because I gotta take you out, I gotta do stuff, and I gotta
But who said
try
you
to
gotta do
coach
any
you.
of that stuff?
No, because if I'm talking to you, right, I'm looking for a relationship, right?
Are you?
Yeah, like either a relationship or
Yeah.
some kind of connection, right?
Okay.
But knowing that there's a guy there getting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna make it more hard for me,
Okay.
and it's gonna make it feel like, man, it's gonna be forever before I get the cookies.
Interesting.
So it makes it there's an advantage to it, and there's a disadvantage to it.
So let me ask a question. So I think you said that situations are more common now, and I would agree. I believe situationships have been in existence forever.
Not really.
Yeah, I believe they have. I believe that there have been always a situation where you have people who are more than friends, but they're not in a committed relationship, but they do things that make it appear like they're in a relationship. Like they spend a lot of time together, they talk, they may go out to eat, they may do activities together, but they're not committed to each other. They're not exclusively dating each other. So it kind of leaves the window or the door open for them to like entertain other people. That setup has been in existence for decades.
How? Okay.
Yeah.
That decade, I might disagree with it, but carry on.
Yeah. It's been in existence for a very long time, going back to the 80s, to the 90s. Like, people have been in situationships with, like, people who are, like, a friend, but maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend. But I have a question to ask you in regards to that. Who do you think initiates a situationship more in the connection? Do you think it's more on the men's side of the situationship or the woman's side, and then why you think it's either or?
Before I answer that, the reason why I disagree is because situationship, one, wasn't like that in our forefathers. They didn't have that. That's one.
What were concubines?
When men were 100% traditional.
What were concubines? What were women that were not the men's wife? Like, he didn't marry them, but he was entertaining them and sleeping with them. What was that?
Those women that the men did that, right? Concubine is like a relationship.
But it's not really. It's like a relationship, but not really.
Meaning that she's only sleeping with him and not sleeping with another guy, and not entertaining another guy.
So, okay, go ahead.
You get what I'm saying? Meaning.
So what you're telling me is that it's one-sided.
Yes.
Okay.
Concubine then.
Okay.
When like.
But you proved my point. It existed. It may have been called something different.
It's different from as this time around than then, because concubine then was only sleeping with a guy.
Okay.
She couldn't sleep with another guy. It was only him.
As far as he knows, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that. But most times, those concubines end up being wives, because men can marry multiple wives.
Sure, yeah. But you're proving my point. So like I said, it may have been called something different, but that type of arrangement has been in existence for a very long time.
But it's different now, where
it's a mutual thing.
It's a mutual thing, and 90% is that it doesn't go anywhere. It stays like that until the girl.
Where do you get your percentages from?
I mean, okay, have you seen? no. Look at it. If you look at it, the way things is, people that do friends with benefit, right? They don't end up being in a relationship
with that person that they're.
Person, yeah, most times.
Most of the time they don't. No.
Yeah. So if you say most times, it's more of the population.
Right, but for you to say specifically 90%, like, where's your data?
Okay,
so
I don't
you
have
can say
data,
yeah, you can
but
say
I can
majority.
say 70, 80.
I would just stay
90,
away from numbers and just say
still,
majority.
It's still majority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You cannot get that specific number to it, but majority is majority.
Okay.
Right?
No, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. I agree that majority of situationships do not end up in like a committed relationship between those two people that are in a situationship. Yeah. But going back to, so did you address your disagreement with my statement? Is there anything else you wanted to say before?
I'm still coming to that. Before I answer your question.
Yes, because I don't want you to scare you away from my question.
So, friends with benefit wasn't like that for when everything was traditional.
Okay.
But after that, when things ended in traditional, where women wanted to do almost what men did, and wanted to explore like a way of feeling like she's free to explore her body with whoever she wants or however she wants to do it, and then that's when friends with benefit came, or situationship, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So to your question,
Yeah.
the person that initiates the friends with benefit, I say men
Okay.
as the majority,
And why do you feel that way?
because the man is the one that will talk to you and or take you out and like do stuff with you, right?
Okay.
And then when you're comfortable with him and you like him, right? That's when you give him the cookies, right? Meaning you sleep with him, right? So when you sleep with him, and then the power goes back to him.
Gotcha.
Because women have power of sex, right?
Sure.
Men have power of relationship.
I agree.
And everybody exercises that power accordingly. That's why some women will stress you before you get to that level, right?
Okay.
But once you get to that level when you did it, and that's when she let go of all her walls and barriers, right? And then the man will decide if he wants a relationship, right?
Okay.
So some men will not want a relationship with you, but they want to keep getting the cookies, right? And they might be getting the cookie for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then the woman is like, I'm waiting for this guy to tell me our status so I can take myself out of the market. Or I'm neutral. Should I be in the market or should I not? So you're not doing it, you're just in the middle, right? So you're wanting to know where you are, right?
Yeah.
And that's when the woman, like in my country, they ask you, what are we?
They ask that here too.
Yeah, so in America, they ask you, what are we? After maybe some months of sleeping together. And then the man would tell the lady, some guys that are straight will tell them, listen, I don't want a relationship.
Yeah.
But I like the company we spend, and I want us to keep interacting.
Okay.
You're free to date who you want to date. If you're serious, I'll withdraw myself.
Okay.
But if you're not serious, I still want to, get the cookies, right? Some guys would say, okay, you want a relationship, give me time.
Okay.
Don't rush me.
Okay.
I didn't rush you before you gave me the cookie, right? You said I should take my time and let you, whenever you feel comfortable or whenever you want to give me the cookie, right?
Okay.
So I didn't rush it. So when I got the cookie finally, you don't rush me. Exercise the same patience for me to decide if I want a relationship or not.
Interesting.
And it might take 3 years, it might take 5 years, it might take 6 years, it might take 10 years.
Jesus.
That's why you see some women dating a guy for
God
10 years.
Be with us.
And then they realize the guy never wanted a relationship.
Let me tell you.
Or like her like that. And
Let
then
me
maybe
tell
the guy is
you.
married to another girl.
What a waste. Yeah. What a waste of time. I want to go back to something that you were saying about back in the day with our forefathers and how you didn't believe that situationships existed back then. But, I shared that they've been in existence. They've been called something different. And in a situation where a man could marry and have multiple wives, but women that were not their wives, that they were entertaining, they were having sex with, they were, doing relationship type stuff with these women, but they weren't like officially their wife or someone they're in a relationship with, that's still a situationship. And the interesting thing that you said was in those times that they were one-sided, meaning that the man had the freedom to be able to be with whomever he wanted to be with, and the woman didn't have the freedom to do so. So now with modern day situationship or friends with benefits, we're seeing that both men and women are exercising those freedoms. So I don't think it at least from my perspective, I don't believe it's a thing where women are trying to be men in the fact that they want to operate or think they have a mindset of a man. I can be wrong, and that's fine. It's my opinion. It's my observation. I believe women just want to be able to freely explore their options as well. Again, not saying that they're trying to be men, but they want to explore their options. So getting to the question about situationships and who initiates a situationship, I actually 100% agree with you. When it comes to, you meeting someone as a guy, you're interested in that person, you find them sexually attractive, you're doing all the things to kind of earn their trust, getting their good graces, you're saying all the right things, you're doing all the right things, you're taking them out to dinner, you're doing all the things, and then she relaxes herself and she frees up to you and she opens up the treasure box and you get the prize in the middle. Then, at that particular point, like, her feelings are involved. And we know that, like, when it comes to intimate relations, not to say men are not capable of having emotions be released, but we know for a fact that women, like, we get locked in, especially if it's good. We get locked in. We get locked in, and, like, I don't want anybody else to have this guy. Like, if this is what it's all about, like, I need this for myself 24/7. And so then the challenge comes when she starts thinking, like, well, are we going to be more than just this? And, like, what are we doing? And I know that's like a dreaded question that a guy hates to hear from a girl. Like, what are we doing? What is this? And, because, like, she wants to be exclusive. She wants to, like, only give you her treasure. She doesn't want to give it to anybody else. She wants to take herself off the market, like you said. She wants to take herself off the market. And she wants to be dedicated to you as the guy. But then you're like, nah, like, I still want to be out here, explore my options. Like, you're cool, and, like, I'm not obligated to anybody. I'm not really looking to be in a relationship just yet. But, like, I like what we're doing here. So, like, let's just keep doing this. And then, so women, we find ourselves at a crossroads, like, but I really like the guy, but he doesn't want me. So then you started second guessing yourself. You started, like, questioning, like, am I not good enough for him? You start thinking, like, what can I do to convince him, like, I'm the one? Like, maybe I should, like, dress a certain kind of way, or maybe I should talk to him a certain kind of way, or, like, do the things that I think he likes. And, like, he may be very appreciative of all those gestures, but it's not going to change his mind. So I do agree with you that when it comes to access of, like, the intimacy, we hold the key to that as women. Like, we control that 1,000%. If you decide, on the first night you meet someone that you don't sleep with them versus making them wait 2 months, we hold the key to that. And if he's persistent, he could get it. But then once you've kind of opened that box and allow him to get the treasure inside, and you allow him to continuously get the treasure, and then you want to know, what are we? You've now relinquished control over to the guy, and then he gets to determine if and when this situationship actually turns into a real relationship. So that's where the situationship comes from. So I agree with you. I believe men 100% are in full control over that whole thing. Yeah. Why is that, though?
But you still have some women that do that too. Like,
yeah.
You could be a man and you meet a woman and she says she don't want a relationship.
Yes.
And then you guys finally do get the cookie, right? And you as a man, you want a relationship, but she's like, no.
Right.
And sometimes why she don't want that is maybe she has a guy.
Okay.
That's already getting the cookie.
Okay.
And she likes that guy more than you.
Okay.
And you see her. So nowadays it's not like it used to be. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because when our forefathers did it, the women had more percent of marrying, right? Because men can marry as many women as they wanted then, right?
Yeah.
So, and some of them have kids for him, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's different. It's more of like fun and just passing the time and see how it goes. Right?
Yeah. Do you believe? Yes, and I agree. Women, we also hold the keys sometimes, not all the times, but we do also hold the key to relationships, especially if there's a guy that really likes you and wants to be with you. And you're like, nope, I'm not really looking to want to settle down or, be in a committed relationship right now. So yes, I do agree with that. But majority of the time, it's definitely men that hold the key to a relationship. So, I forgot what my question was going to be.
So you was asking me, why is it that?
Yeah. So here is my my challenge with this, and I hope you can help me talk through this.
Mm.
So I think men know when they're ready to settle down and find a woman that they want to be in a committed relationship with, that may potentially lead to a marriage down the road, right? So why do you feel or think that for some guys, they put on this persona and they pretend to want all the things that the woman wants to be able to get the treasure? Why do you feel that men, or why do you think that men find themselves in those scenarios where they're not being authentically themselves and pretending to be or to want to give them something that they know full and well they don't want to?
That's why when it comes to nobody wants to lose.
Well, talk more about that. What does that mean?
Meaning that when you date a lady, right? Women nowadays go by what you say, right? Meaning you have to talk a certain way to get close to her, right? Meaning you gotta address yourself to get close to her, right?
Okay.
So that's why you see a lot of people when they dated, right? And they get married and then live together for some years and they're like, nah, because everybody's pretending.
So you get to see the real person.
Yeah, you get to see the real person. Just, just like, so when a man sees a lady, right, he likes the physical part.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
So he has to coordinate himself to talk to the girl.
Okay.
To be able to like get to know her, right?
Yeah.
And then the girl get to know the guy and sees that the guy interacts with her good, and she likes him because he makes her laugh.
Yeah.
Or he listens to her.
Yeah.
Or he gives her attention and time, because women value attention and time.
For sure.
From a man.
Yeah.
So he gives her that, right?
Yeah.
And then he likes what he sees and he understands that, right? But he don't know if he wants a relationship or not.
Okay.
With her.
Okay.
Until after they cookie. Once he gets the cookie, that's when he starts reasoning.
Okay.
About everything. The conversation, your personality, what can you bring to the table, right? For example, right? I can like a girl, right? She looks nice, we have a good conversation, right?
Yeah.
And then we do it for the first time at night. And then I find out that we woke up and she leaves the bed like it is. She don't dress the bed. And I like my bed dressed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So maybe she came to my house and, spend the night, right?
Okay.
And then we woke up, we all getting out of the bed together, and the bed is like the same. And I'm looking at her like, okay, is she gonna like go to the room and dress the bed? She don't dress the bed, and then she don't even like make you breakfast. She just go to the living room, sit down, watch TV, or just chill. You know what I mean? And then you guys will be talking and chilling and.
Time out. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. So this is just the scenario, the example that you're giving is just someone that you met, or someone that a guy just met, and they had sex for the very first time. So she's at his place. She stays the night. They wake up in the morning, gets out of bed. She doesn't make up his bed for him, and she just comes out in the living room, watches TV, and doesn't make him breakfast.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a requirement for a one night stand. I'm sorry.
No, it's not a one night stand.
You said no, but you. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't hear you. Maybe I didn't hear you. Maybe because you said this is the first time they had sex.
Let me rephrase what I'm saying, right?
Okay, yeah. So please, thank you.
I'm saying a guy meets a girl.
Yes.
They get to know each other for a while.
Yes.
They go on dates.
Yes.
And finally she comes over to his place.
Right.
For him to have the cookie, right?
Okay.
Because she likes him.
Okay.
And everything's going well. And then he finally has the cookie, right?
Okay.
And then the girl likes him more.
And this is the first time that he's opened the treasure box?
Yes.
Okay.
First time he opened the treasure box.
Okay.
And then in the morning they wake up, to get out of bed.
Okay.
She don't dress the bed.
Okay.
She don't even say, let me make breakfast.
After the first night of him opening the treasure box?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This doesn't occur to all guys.
Okay.
Some guys.
Okay.
She don't do that, and then she goes to the living room, sit down, and just watch TV, and young guys talking. and then maybe it's time for her to go and she goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
A guy will look at it like, this girl is not down to earth. This girl doesn't coordinate. That's his mindset, right?
Whoa.
Then that's one. He marks that back. Right?
Okay.
And then you guys still talking, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe he likes the body or something.
Strike one and she doesn't even know it.
Yeah. So they keep talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many things that come to that, and he's like, you know what? This is not a girl I want to be in a relationship.
Because she didn't make the bed
It
or
could-
fixing breakfast after
It could be
the first.
one, like that's one strike.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys do three. Some guys have 3 tests. Like
Yeah.
me, I have 3 tests that test a woman.
Okay.
Before I say, okay, this is a girl I want to have a relationship with.
Sure.
So we guys, we test women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe women
So-
test men as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we test each other. But you test us before giving us the cookie.
We test after as well. But go ahead.
Most times we test us before giving us.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Because you gotta make sure that he doesn't only want the cookie.
But it anyway. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? And we gotta act.
Yeah, you gotta
accordingly.
perform. You gotta perform.
well to
Yeah.
get to that, you know?
And be not authentic.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
we're being tested that time,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
After that,
Mhm.
again, that's when the guy tests you 100%.
Oh yeah.
Meaning, like me, like I can give you like $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
I say, hey, baby, use this and buy whatever you want to buy, right?
Okay.
And the day after, I say, baby, I have an issue. My little brother or little sister, right, needs
Mhm.
like $20, and I don't have no
Mhm.
money,
Mhm.
and I get paid next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do, and I promised him I was gonna give him money to
Mhm.
go back to school, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I don't have no money. I wish I can help you, you know. And then you end it, right?
Okay.
That shows me she ain't got my back. But if you say, okay, I don't have no money, when does he need it? I get paid this Friday and it's Monday that you're asking for it. Let me see what I can do.
Mhm.
Or can we give him $10?
Mm-hmm.
Or like something that shows that you feel my problem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That you
Okay.
want to help.
Okay.
That's like something important to me. That shows me that this girl, like if I'm down, she got me.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying?
I understand.
So there's tests we do to know if this girl is right for us. If not, if she's not right for us,
Mhm.
then we like, okay, her body is nice and everything. Let me put her in the friends with benefit and keep doing what I'm doing
Mhm.
and keep dating.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying though?
I hear you.
Yeah, that was
I hear
my
you.
point.
Okay. So yeah, so many things. So many things to consider with that. So like,
But let me ask you a question.
let me get this thought out.
Okay.
Hold your question, please. So I'm really trying to articulate my words. I'm really trying to formulate in my head, and hopefully the words come out of my mouth eloquently. But I feel like they're not going to, because that's just insane to me. But I get it. Yes, I agree that we do put each other through tests, like men and women, as we are vetting, and that's part of the vetting process too. That's part of the vetting process, you know. So to me, in that scenario that you just explained about, they've been, interacting for a while. They've been talking like daily, probably, I'm assuming daily. They've been out together. Now he invites her to his place, and one thing leads to the next, and they were able to like take the friendship to another level. Mm-hmm. Then you wake up in the morning and she doesn't make your bed. Mm-hmm. So for me, the challenge is that, did you communicate to her, did the guy communicate to her that that's something important to him? So she may not know that. She may not know, like, you value, like, when you get out of bed, like, you need to, like, make the bed up, like, freshen up the sheets and whatever the case may be. So, like, my question is, well, did he tell her that that was something that he thought was a priority or something that was important to him? And then also, like, her making him breakfast, like, was this something that was pre-discussed? That, yep, after we get done having a really intimate conversation, that she's gonna go in the kitchen and she's gonna make him some breakfast. Like, was that a conversation that was had, or is that just an assumption because she's a woman that that's what you need to be doing? So that's what my challenge is with that.
What I want to say in there is that,
okay, I wasn't done with my thought, but you can go ahead. It's fine. You can go ahead.
There's some things that you don't need nobody to tell you.
Yes, you do. Go ahead. I'm not a mind
you
reader.
always be you.
I'm not a
right?
mind reader.
That's one thing we gotta understand. People are who they are, right? Some people, I've had somebody come to, like I used to date a girl. She came to my house, right? Before I can wake up, she helped me clean and everything and dress the bed, right? That's who she is.
Okay.
I like that. It's
That's
natural.
great. That's
it's
amazing.
natural.
That's awesome.
Me, when I go to a girl's house and we like after the night, spend the night, I like to dress my bed.
Gotcha.
So when there was a guy I dated when we was like going to the living room to chill, she left the bed like that. I went back and dressed it.
Oh, did you?
And then she came back. She's like, you don't have to dress it. I said, no, it's nothing. No big deal about that.
Yeah.
People do stuff naturally.
Yeah.
Just like I don't believe in me telling you what to do. Everybody's gonna be who they are.
Right.
It's my choice to choose if I wanna associate with this person or not.
Yeah.
Right. Just like you can't tell somebody that don't like to help you.
Yeah.
Like you driving, like a guy is with you, you're dating a guy. He don't take out the trash. When you guys gonna get gas in your car, he don't come out and put a guy. He's sitting down comfortably for you to do it. Do you have to keep telling him that?
So here's the thing for me. Everybody's value systems are different, right? What we value, what we feel is important doesn't translate to everybody.
Yeah.
So I believe that you'll be doing someone an injustice by not communicating to them that is something that is either like a priority for you or something that is important to you. So for me, for example, like I'm not going to like lose sleep over the fact like if a guy doesn't hold the door open for me, opens up my car door or pulls the chair out and lets me sit down first. Like I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, like who are you? Who raised you? Or like think he's less of a man because he doesn't do that. It'd be nice if he did, but like I'm not going to like throw a hissy fit over if he doesn't do those things. But for me, if that was important to me, that a man holds open a door for me, you know, when I'm coming in or when we're going out, opens a car door and shuts my car door when I get in, pulls the chair for me so that I can sit, then it's up to me to communicate that to him so that he's aware that this is like what I like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it would be silly of me to be upset with him because he's not doing the things that I like if I never told him that these are the things that I like. So you have not because you ask not. Like I'm not a mind reader. Okay, so like if in the course of a conversation we're getting to know each other and you share those things with me, to me, because I'm getting to know the individual, I'm going to keep a mental note of all the things that he either likes or doesn't like or whatever the case may be, and try my hardest to like avoid doing the things he does not like and do more of the things that he likes. Because for me, it's going to show, number one, that I listen, that I'm attentive, and that I care. You know what I'm saying? But like